Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of PlayStation Megabits. I am your host, Adam Leonard. We made it to the end of 2021. It's the holiday season, and this is what we're going to be talking about today on PlayStation Megabits.
Spider-Man finally swings his way into Marvel's Avengers exclusively on PlayStation platforms. A long dormant RPG classic might be making its way back home to PlayStation in the form of a remake. And just like the rest of the world, PlayStation can't stop looking at its phone. After a very long wait, dedicated Avengers players can now finally swing into action as Peter Parker on PlayStation platforms. But is it everything we had been led to believe? Well, yes and no. Spider-Man is now available as a free add-on for PlayStation players of Marvel's Avengers, and while it is amazing and satisfying to play as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man as an additional character, there's not a lot of meat on the bone of this offering. With no dedicated single-player campaign additions, players may find themselves searching high and low for something new to do. After going hands-on with the expansion, I still stand by the fact that Avengers is a game of a cumulative success. There is something quite fantastic about having the option of adventuring with the likes of Thor, Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man all side by side, but without new story content on offer, this update feels a little bit like it's dangling on a thin web.
If you like reading your tea leaves by peeking behind the technical curtains, then you might be interested in a couple of brand new PlayStation patents that have been filed recently, the first of which being customizable faceplates for the PlayStation 5 hardware.
Whether it's to ward off third parties from making bank on Sony's hardware property, or if they do intend to go the way of the long-forgotten customizable hardware skins and faceplates, PlayStation has filed a patent for just that, customizable and interchangeable PlayStation 5 faceplates. Now, this is a cool idea in the sense that this could, really bring the cost down for the consumer if they wanted to get a special edition console. It's going to cost a lot more to replace the giant airplane fins that you have sticking out of the sides of your PlayStation rather than buying a whole new console altogether. But it is kind of an older idea as well. Xbox 360 was well known for having their interchangeable faceplates. But the PlayStation 5 obviously has a lot more real estate to work with. And with some official branding, there could be some very cool designs coming down the way. I wouldn't mind having myself a customizable Spider-Man PlayStation 5 or even something really cool with Horizon Forbidden West.
Sony also appears to have an eye on the mobile landscape with a brand new patent for a PlayStation mobile controller, something akin to the Backbone family of hardware peripherals that we've seen on the market. Sony has already indicated that they're going to be bringing some of their more popular IP to the mobile space, but this new hardware patent could indicate that they have a much more robust look at the future of where you can play, whether it's downloading your games on an app and like the App Store or Google Marketplace or things like that. Perhaps this is an indication of what they're going to be doing with their cloud future. Finally, in our news headlines, there are rumors and rumblings that we are going to be getting an announcement of an all-new remake from the house of PlayStation. Now, this is nothing out of the ordinary. They've recently acquired Blue Point Studios, and Sony seems to have a knack for looking into the past and honoring their franchises. But this is something not dedicated exclusively to PlayStation if these rumors are to be believed. In fact, this could very well be Chrono Cross, which is the pseudo-sequel to the one of the best role-playing games of all time, Chrono Trigger. Chrono Cross was released exclusively on the PS1, and it sounds like PlayStation might just get the honors of announcing a remake, or some people are tossing around the idea of remaster, but this is a PlayStation 1 game. This is going to be a remake, much like Resident Evil 2, things like that. A remake of Chrono Cross. This could be absolutely fantastic. I just pulled my copy off the shelf. Maybe we need to do an episode of Off the Shelf on this. I'm Adam Leonard, and today I'm taking off of my shelf Chrono Cross by Squaresoft for the PlayStation 1. This is the follow-up to Chrono Trigger, one of the best made RPGs of all time for the Super Nintendo. Chrono Cross was a semi-sequel though. It didn't feature any of the main cast of Chrono Trigger, although there are some Easter eggs and some nods and some thematical tie-ins to that original game. Chrono Cross eschews that main cast in favor of a character named Surge, who finds himself not traveling through time, but parallel dimensions. Now, what was really cool about this game is it almost had a little bit of a vibe of Suikoden, the Konami RPG, where you would enlist an incredible amount of characters to join you in your quest. I can't recall off the top of my head the amount of characters there are in this game, but it's staggering when compared to traditional JRPGs. One other really cool thing about this game is, according to the box, it is analog control compatible and vibration function compatible. I really hope they keep that in the remake. That'd be sweet. That's all we've got time for this month on PlayStation Megabits. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a safe, happy, and healthy holiday and a very Merry New Year. We will see you guys next year right back here for another episode of PlayStation Megabits.